to this because things are getting crazy. Okay, hold up. Hello everyone, this is Fallen Dice, and welcome to episode 60 of our Rebirth playthrough of 7 Days to Die the Purge. So we're in our future home. You can see some work has been done, with the windows, the window trim, and I think I did actually, now as I'm looking at these are all interesting. They're on they're extended up, which means those ones should be. I'm going to look back at the things. I think there are some more options that I missed in the block type. So I'm going to look through those. I also, for long, I'm not going to be able to squeeze through anymore. I think I want to change this. I want to do something more like this again. I want it to all kind of match thematically, so it'll kind of fit. And then we still need to go through here and kind of tweak all this stuff. And I may tweak this as well. I like the other stairs, the ones that didn't fit down here, because this was too high. So I'm probably going to take this out and go with maybe half a block that size so it matches up with the stairs. Just some stuff that I kind of saw as I was going through and editing the video, some changes I wanted to make. But other things that we want to do. First off, to make sure that I no longer have any issues with stuff falling, I don't know why I didn't just think about this in the first place. I mean, in the real world, you see scaffolding everywhere. And the problem is, the support going out to the far edges is where I'm struggling. That's where I had those blocks fall. That's why I keep looking up and seeing seeing stuff missing along the sides where blocks have started to fall off. And that's, again, it's just because it's going out to the edges, it's not fully supported. Which makes perfect sense that I would just go ahead and, until we're completed with all of our work, we just put in scaffolding. So basically now it's being supported from the inside, so even if I do remove blocks on the outside, I can get rid of this now. I can remove all the blocks I want on the outside and it's not going to fall because it's actually being supported more than it was just by the edge there. So I think that's going to help. Also, looking at my hotbar, so I'm currently running with a yellow micro, but I can build a blue. I don't know why I don't know how long I've been actually traveling like this, but I mean, it makes sense. So we're going to make the new micro. Same thing. I'm running around with a tier 4 AK-74, but I can make a tier 5. Yeah, so we'll make a blue one of those. Python. Or I'm sorry, Anaconda. Looks like I can make up to a yellow right now. And again, I have so many weapon parts. Like, why wouldn't I? And then for our baton, we can make a blue one. Alright, so we're making our weapons. Done the scaffolding. I'm looking at some notes I left myself. The other thing that I want to do, and I'm going to do that right now, right here. Actually, before I go, let me grab the, because I believe I tossed it in here. So I now have 2 of these red turrets. I will start taking them with me, but this isn't working. This spot right here is not working. I think that's the only ones I have. Okay, come on over here, buddy. So I am going to change this whole front section here. So one of the things that I was struggling with first off is being able to see below. Again, these things are completely blocking my sight line of what's going on down in the pit. So when they fall down in there, I have to sit and wait for them to make it all the way back up. Don't like that. The other thing, again, is like my junk turrets are not able to shoot at from where they are. I couldn't put them up in the space, the one block above. I even tried clearing things out. The only thing it let me set them on was on top of the traps, which is, again, it's very weird, but it let me do that. but I think it still had an eye line. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend these scaffolding ladders down, and I'm going to drop one here and one there. They're going to be right next to me, which should, first off, give it easier for me to reload them, because they're going to be right near. I don't have to leave my fighting spot to go like reload them, but hopefully it should also give them sight line so they can actually level up. Because right now, looking at my stuff here, I got batons are level 3, revolvers are level 4, and my deployable turrets are still at level 0. The other thing that we want to talk about is, I did mention at the end of the last video that what I want to do is I want to make this a double episode. So it's going to be one of those where I'm going to do a lot of work here. I'm going to be doing a ton of building and setting up our walls and setting up our windows and all that kind of stuff. I want to get, for all intents and purposes, I would like to get all the walls, both first and second floor, up today. That way, moving forward, we're just focusing on purging, some painting and decorating, so we can do a little bit of, you know, beautification work in the mornings before we head off to go do some purging, because we're almost to 40%, which means, I mean, we're probably 40 POIs away from moving on. So we're making progress, but I want to make progress faster. So I'm going to again finish this part up here. I'm going to also dig out underneath it, so I have a real good view of what's going on down there, but they still have a place to set. So anyways, I'll come back once I've got this stuff done and I'm ready to kind of move on to our next step. Here's what I came up with. So I've got this so I can still move around, but I now have basically full view below me, so I can actually shoot at things down there. I still have my path over here, but now the turrets should be able to shoot at anything that's ahead of them, so hopefully I can start getting some kills on that. So that takes care of that, except I need to upgrade them, and I think I'm going to make these, we'll go with steel. I don't have the attachment in here right now for the explosion proof, but the ones that explode tend to, and I think steel will still be strong enough. I should be fine here. If I need to, I can always repair. Okay, but I would, I think, like to structurally improve that area directly around it. These are already explosion proof, so okay, that's done. The stuff that's already done, I may need to give me 1 sec. I want to try to put together something better for this window. Okay, well, looks like we have company coming. Do I have anything that makes noise? Get everyone's attention. I'm gonna run up here real fast to get my new weapons. Oh, that's right, that was making glass. There we go, there's our weapons. More glass. Should start hearing things go off here shortly. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's see if these work. First off, you guys need to come over here. You're on halt, so we should be good there. Alright. Let's get down and crouch. Are you guys firing? You are firing. Okay, good. I have at least one of you firing. And we're getting headshots, so hopefully we can get leveled up. I'm probably going to get leveled up to a tier 4 at least. At least today, hopefully. Okay, yes. You guys are firing. So it looks like I am going to start getting some experience out of that. We'll have to just keep an eye on it for when we need to refill. And I should get it. Not that it's a good thing. I'll say I should get experience from those kills as well. Okay. If you're wondering why the other stuff isn't working, I've got it turned off. That feeds the blade traps and the dart trap, which I haven't needed. If I leave and go somewhere and need it, I can turn it back on. I'm just not a fan of it getting stuck, and right now it just keeps doing a lot. Okay, so I've removed the original what we had over here. So here's what's going to happen. While I was playing around looking at what I can possibly do, I realized that I wouldn't call it an overlook. Man, I got a ton of wood now. There we go. I wouldn't call it so much as an oversight as it's just I didn't know things worked that way. So I was looking for something that I could use as a frame. So I'm looking at all these things. This has got broken and everything, and I ignored these because they show glass, and I shouldn't have. This is everything I'm looking for. They're not rounded. So that's the one I got here. So what the plan is, let me get this situated the way I want it. So they're down there. So they basically give themselves kind of like, do I have one of those? I must have, yeah. They give it a look like it's enclosing what I want, which is good. Okay, so we've got this going across the bottom, so I'll go ahead and do the same here. I could go over here, but then I wouldn't be able to place another one, so I'm going to use, in this case, the U, the full U, which is there. Okay, so then we would take the U, oops, I gotta put more piece of glass down, and it actually completes the look. Now I just need to do it up on top as well. And the cool part is, for this, the entirety of the visual is actually seen both inside and outside. So the problem with what I had on, from the previous yesterday was it only looked good from the inside. From the outside, you couldn't see the top part. So this is going to fix that. There we go. Put those up there. And then now, the last thing we need, going back to our windows. Just gotta figure out, I think it's this one. Well, one of them. Again, we gotta, same as all the other stuff, we're gonna have to do a different one for the far left and the rights. Because if I were to do the same thing, it would enlarge one set of them, which I don't want to do. So then the final will just be a single, which is this. Perfect. And that really looks good. I like that. That makes me happy. This is exactly the look that I was going for. Cool. Now I'm going to do that with all these windows in here as well as what's going to go over here. So I'm going to have to make some scaffolding out here for me to walk across on so I can decorate that. But that's the next thing I'm going to do now, is finish this, and then I have some walls to put up. So first off is going to be to copy that over here. So I'll do that real fast off camera, come back in. Then we got to decide where we want windows for this large thing. This is not going to have windows. This is our stairway. And then for some windows for over here. Some of these areas are going to have full block windows because there are full blocks on it. But anyway, let me knock these things out real fast, and then I will come back in. Again, this first day is going to be nothing but building. We're gonna build through the night. All right, what do we got? First time using the upgraded pistol, maybe. There we go. Got something coming. At some point today, I also want to do a trade run. I have, okay, this is definitely one horn. I have a large amount of lootable, or I mean, trade stuff that I need to take care of. Where are the rest of you? There we go. Man, they're taking their time getting here. These are big, wow, okay. Let's go turrets. The cool part with the turrets, I don't have to make anything new. I don't have to, fabricate a new batch of turrets, when they level up, because I already have tier 5 turrets. So if I were making my own, then as I level up, I might. But so the cool part is they'll continue doing their job. And apparently now they're really going to do their job. Holy cow. That made a huge difference. Eventually I'll have to reload them. Yeah, I really want to do a store run. I think that I have a lot of money, and the thing that I think that I was saving up my money for was more solar turrets. All right, there we go. One of them got off a stream. Yeah, I would like to get more power. So if I can hopefully pick up a few more solar turrets, I know I have at least one spare panel thing to put them in, so we're pretty good on that. I just need the turrets. So I think, yeah, that's what I said. We'll take some pumpkin bread. We have a lot to sell. We'll check out the new trader, because believe I have to be there now. I was 3 away, and I'm at least 2 or 3 on this one here, plus all the 4, so we should be good. I really like this for leveling up a weapon. It's almost worth at this point now to let them scream if I weren't still trying to craft stuff. Man, it just makes it so easy to line up them headshots. And this extra clip in the gun is just a godsend. Wow. Look at that. They just stand there, take it, and if they are the shock resistance, then they end up getting right at the door where it's real easy for me to headshot them as well. Okay, there you go, Copper. I love these bars. They really do help. Just have to listen to see when the turrets stop making noise, and that's when I've got to refill them. I still don't know how high of a stack it is because I haven't reached it yet. I had over 3,000 in my inventory, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be either 5,000 or 10,000. Yeah, I'm almost ready for Tier 4. Tier 4 Anaconda. Holy cow, we are really moving. So all the windows are in. I'm in the process of redoing this walkway here. And then the stairs. And then we need to put in the floor above / roof so that we can then build on our second floor. And basically, I do the stairs as well, and the stairs are going to kind of decide where we're going to put some of these design things that I have in my head. So let me finish the windows. Actually, I can do the windows later. Windows are up. They're just not decorated the way I want them to. And also, speaking of which, I need to see where I'm at in cobblestone because I am almost out here, which is not good. A lot of work left to do. Okay, we'll do the pole plate, which are, yep, same height as that. That looks, actually, no. If there's a half one, I would like to do the half one. So let's do these first. Like I said, I do need to check on my cobble situation. There we go. Don't want to center. There we go. Gotcha. Perfect. So it's already set up for this one. Just need to flip it. Okay. So the way I did this is kind of what I want to do all the way across theme-wise. This one I have to kind of think about how I want to do. Let me ponder this here. I kind of like, again, it stands out. There's texture to it, but I want to make sure it stands out the way I want it to. So let me cook on this a little bit. All right, so I tweaked things a little bit. I'm not sure what the door is going to be yet, but I wanted to make sure that my this going across is there. I also need to make it happen over here. Again, I'm trying to do everything on this level. I still have my scaffolding in there. So I need to figure out, you're like a full block. So if I were to take you, I can put you in the middle, but I'm missing part of what I want. I think there is. So let's just get into the 1/4. See what all the stuff that shows. Whoops. All right, 1/4. There, I think that's what I want. So right now, a lot of what I'm doing is solely based on making this. Where's my wood? Okay, there we go. Just so I have something to jump back up on here. All right. So I'm making this follow. I do want it to follow along over there. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Is I'm. Well, I thought I could jump higher. I need one more. So yeah, I'm just following this around right now. That is like a more important thing to me than the other parts of the floor yet. Again, it's always foundations. That's kind of the thing. Everything comes down to getting the foundation. If you get the foundation right, you'll be good to go. Now, I can put that there. There are some... Actually, you know what? Yes, we are going to do that. Okay. I don't like that there's a gap in, you know, in indent. So what we're going to do is on places like that, we're just going to go straight like this. Now what this allows me to do here, and if we go back into our choices, we're going to find... Alright, there we go. So this is what I was looking for here. So now if I get that rotated around to the right spot, there we go. There that is. And then all we got to do is now go get that quarter part that we were originally looking at. Perfect. And we're going to use this to go around as well. Good. Now we've got our... There, it's wrap it all the way around. That's what I wanted. Alright. Now I just got to take it the rest of the way around. A lot of these are going to be a lot easier because it's just building on top of these. Some of these may be a little more difficult. So if I run into any of those, I may pop back in just to kind of go over what we're doing. Alright, so quick update. We are moving on into the next day. I am now racing, trying to get as much of this as I can done because I really do want to do a big chunk of purging today, but this is also super important. So I'm placing in the floor of everything and then kind of figuring out where stuff's going to match. So I didn't really have... There's no reason for me to put a ladder over here when I got the main ladder here. So it made more sense to put it over here, which means I think this now will be the area looking over, whereas this is just... Yeah, that's going to be the roof. And then I'm putting in the... Or ceiling, I should say. And then I'm putting in the box over here. Just kind of getting this above the master bedroom. Because I want to lay out where I want to put... And actually, I'm getting kind of fed up with having to use blocks to get up. So let's actually do our ladder part here now. The plan was... I think we're going to go with these almost invisible like stairs. I don't want it all the way up to the edge. I think that's... Yeah. I'd prefer it to just kind of hover here. Alright, and then... What am I doing? I don't want that. I want you. And I want plates. No, I want the pole plates again, I think. It's a little bit beefier. I could go with the catwalk, but I would rather just go with the regular pole plate. Again, like I said, I think it just gives us more... Come on. A little more oomph. It looks like there's more to it. Okay. So we're doing the same thing here, but at that part, we're now going to put in the rest of our stairs. There we go. Again, like I said, I like this floating stair. It's cool. It looks like it's just supported from the wall. But that is now our path to get upstairs. Like I said, I want to have something here where you kind of overlook. So this part here now is going to be a different kind of stairs. So we're going to go with that circle. I've never actually built with these before. So where do we want to start? Actually, where do we want to end, maybe? Let me run upstairs. That might be a better idea. Instead of starting from the bottom, where do we want this to come up? So I could do it like that. And I think in this place I would rather just go with the straight up plate. Okay, now we just need to come down. Okay, you also need to be simple for sure. Okay, so if you're there, I think you need to be... Okay, that looks like that's the right spot for it. Okay, there we go. So now it works. Comes up on top. Okay, good. Again, I probably will never use it because I don't like them. All right, let me get this roof here put in. And then I will lay out the... what should we call it? We'll call it... I'm going to lay out the outline of what I want the upstairs to be. Because the other thing is, this is our main access into our storage. It's going to be up there. So let's see. I need to move you because I think you're in the wrong spot, or where I want to be doing some work now. So again, go from the middle. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yep, there we go. There's our center. So this will be now our actual main entrance. We can also get in through the horde base, but this is like from the house. It's a whole purpose of the level. We did everything. There we go. We come out on top over there. Perfect. Easy access to everything. All right, let me finish this. Let me finish this roof real fast. And then I'm going to look out here, scout what I want to do, and I'll come back when we're ready to start laying some blocks down. Okay, so we're coming up on 12:30, and I'm sort of started working in it, kind of an outline for up here, but there's a lot of work I still have to do. So we're just going to call this a mega episode. Looks like we're going to go into a third day. I want this done. So this project, I bit off more than I should have chown for a series kind of like this. This is usually more like a base you'd be building in a very long-term kind of place. So I have, like I said, starting to work the basic footprint out, but that means I have a lot of things that I have to change with on my accents. I still need to work on where this approach is, where the stuff comes in. So where I'm at right now, again, so now we have our main entrance into the storage base. This is obviously where our stairway comes up, and I might do something inside there. I don't know. I'm working my way across over here. This, I would like it to be, I don't know, some kind of walkway patio that you could come out on. I think this is going to be a little bit more like right now. I need to get rid of a lot of these blocks that I put in initially for the ceiling so that we can actually see and overlook. I want to have a patio, and I think the patio or the overlook, the banister. There we go. So I don't know if I want it on this side of the block or that side, but where you'll be able to kind of come up the stairs here and you'll be able to see this room there is the idea. And I probably am going to have to, even where I do have blocks, I may go with like wedge things so I can make it very minute so we can really kind of see into it. The big thing is the cool part is going to be to what's seen up there from here. That's kind of what the point of it is. It's less for up top, more for the bottom part. I need to run this across. Again, like I said, wherever these are, these now have to be destroyed because we're going into the blocks. And I always had anticipated that a lot of this back alley here was going to be covered by the actual buildings we're doing here. So that's where it is right now. Downstairs is looking, like I said, pretty good. I got to do something out here yet. Figure out what I want to do. I'd like to do something like with maybe some windows on the side. I'm going to do double doors, but maybe I can get some kind of like windows on the side and some sort of accent on the top overlooking it. And I think that'll still look kind of cool, even just the way it is here right now. Backside, I got to figure something. Again, there's going to be roof going across. And then I have a lot of stuff I have to figure out for a bedroom here. Where I'm going to put the closets, things like that. I need to match this. I don't like it when it's different than what the others are. Why are you red? That must be structural. Oh my goodness. I am an idiot. How much do we have cooking here? I put in a ton to cook. And I think there's none left. How much more can I make? Can I make... Oh, I can only... say we're running out of the large rock. Eventually we're going to have to go mining. I forgot to put the rest of our support in. Yeah, we are 100% not going to be able to go out and do any forging right now with the amount of work we have to do if we're going to get this finished. So I guess we're going to call this a mega episode. All of our supports are now actually in. I feel a little more comfortable. I'm going to get back to work kind of on this. I want to be able to see a lot. So again, I really have to decide how far I want. Do I want to make this a thin block, which I think I will, and then I can put the fence on there. This will give us that really nice overlook. This I want to turn into the wedges. Okay, that's an actual event. So let's see how we do down here with our... Oh, gotta add a little bit more. Again, I could always add more weapons if I really wanted to. Yes, I know, you can shoot me. They don't quite get to the in danger area when they can shoot you, it seems. That's fine, I can shoot too. wonder what that guy's fighting. You guys are doing some work. Did I get hit by my own... Or did I get hit down here? Yeah, because I did make a choice. I used the... I might have used the wrong block here for this. I mean, this is not nearly as bad as it got at that one base where we were completely incorrectly tuned. All right, where are you and why are you over there? All right, fine. Let's go see what the heck's going on. Oh, you finally showed up. One more. Oh, and we can make a green one. Alright. No issues, no biggie. Yeah, I might come back and do this over a night, where I might flip this, and instead of... I think it would be better if I made that. So what I mean, like, is all of this would be stairs. Except for you guys. You guys would still be what you are. It would just be flipped. I think that's the problem. Yeah, I think everything should be like this. I think this would make things easier. Because what I could do then now... I think I could just simply make this a... Alright, I got the walls for the basis of this. I still think that I need to make some of these into more segmented spaces. Luckily, I've got lots of little little pathways now. It's really kind of opening up for getting around in here. Still got to put glass in too. That's true. I still do have to put glass in. But having this roof done feels good. I think I'm going to make like a game room. Like a pool hall and stuff. I think there's like some other stuff. And then I can also make an exercise room. So that's going to be what's going to be. So I have a lot of specific items I need to start looking for in POIs. That is going to be the next thing I have to do. I'd like to be able to, I think this is cool. We can still see what's down there. It gives us a walkway over there. Kind of comes up over here. Yeah. Do I want to put like one here? Yeah, there we go. Oh, that does work. Perfect. Okay, so now I have... Okay, gotcha. Again, I don't know how much I'll ever... Although I say that and I've been using it quite a bit. But it is what it is. Alright, here's our... Oh, that's amazing. Look at that view. I just need to get the stuff going around the outsides. But I can definitely do that later. I wish I could take like one row of this off too. In the normal build, I would literally move everything over. We don't have that time anymore. Just because I wish there was a straight shot through here. Yep. If I were to start this right at the entrance and take it up one more higher, I'd be able to stop it at this point, and then I may end up doing that. Not now. Trust me, not now. But I think that is enough for us to say that this is in. I am going to move this tonight, though. That is 100% going to happen. Yeah. I say tonight, then I start doing it now. Time is it? 10:29. All right, I just need to be out there by noon. I can only record so much so much purging anyway before I really fill up my my time slot. All right. Okay. Glorious. And then I could actually bring these stairs back a little bit. And technically I could move that up a little bit. I could make this a straight line all the way across, which is probably what I am going to do. Get to that later. Okay. Alright. Making myself stop. Alright. And we'll just add you to there. And you. Okay. You're full, aren't you? God damn it, you are. Okay, you know what? That just means we're flying today. Alright, flying it is. Okay, we'll bring it up, and we're gonna go, like I said, this has a really big range anyway, so, or inventory. Alright, so what we finished on last time is down here. We did those. Okay, let's sit down right here. There is that tier 5, but I've been kind of itching to explore anyway. So I think we're gonna start with the tier 5, and then we'll clean up whatever else we have around it. Okay, how far are we forward? Not that bad. That didn't turn out too bad. Okay. Yep. So let's start with the tier 5. You are locked. Okay, so we're not going through there. Interesting. The flower held that up. Okay, I'm gonna assume we're going in here then. Unlocked. Yes, there we go. And probably with all kinds of baddies. Alright. Hit you first because you decided to come play with us. Alright. Taking you guys. Okay, yep, there we go. I woke him up. Let's expect that we're going to get a bunch of guys kind of waking up. It's the tier 5, and we're probably activating quite a few guys right now. Oh, wait, you dropped a bag. Is this a horde? Apparently we got a horde in the middle of our tier 5. I may have to switch to the pistol here shortly. I'm going to keep, it's like the last time, while I'm out here hunting, I'm going to keep working on the melee. As long as I can and keep them in small batches. Alright, now we run out of stamina, we switch to the pistol. Alright, come on. Okay, now, man, this is not helping. Alright.
I've got a bad feeling
What the
about
heck?
this.
Okay, we're getting a little too frisky out here. This horde is kind of forcing me to be a little more. All right, all you guys get here. All right, let's get these guys out. I don't know how much of the actual tier 5 we're activating as well now. Good grief! Come on, this is. Come on, Phantoms. Why you do this to me? Okay. Copper. Still part of... Ah, man, this is... All these things that are still part of this horde. Okay. All the dogs made it. It would appear. Alright, let's get back to this. I think most of that was the wandering horde. Seems like I think we did get some stuff that was woken up, but apparently not all of it. Okay, we already said you guys got too much armor for me to mess with, melee wise. You guys are kind of getting in my way right now too. All right, you're dead. Come on, guys. I don't know what you're doing, but I want you staying close to me. Back on me, guys. We're not making a lot of progress in here so far. Good grief. Okay. There is way too many chairs and computers in here for me to not wrench them, especially since it's all one hit. Alright. I definitely am going to take a lot of you guys. This is all stuff that I want to somewhere put in my new house. I'm going to keep taking all this rug stuff, and I'm also taking potted plants. So what do? We just opened this door? Yes, we did. Okay, now we got another color section. Oh, I'm going to grab all you guys. Again, I would like to have one of those fancy ones with all the cool furniture design things, but looks like that's not in the works for us today. Let's go ahead and grab these stools.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I had to deal with that cop. Okay, and we got you. Alright, do I not...
For control.
Hunting, alright, there we go, that's what I want. Okay. We still... Oh, we have a broken elevator in this one. So something tells me we're gonna have to... Yeah, this is definitely taking a lot of hits on the greenies. Okay. Okay, now I'm excited. This looks like we actually have houses or living spaces, so we might get a few more things. Yep, saw you hiding there. That's fine. Okay, crouch down. Can I get the sneak attack on you? Oh, I wasn't crouched down. Might have been enough anyway.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Nope. Hit you. Okay, a lot of similar furniture. So, I think it's the specific POIs that have the really cool stuff. So it's done by a specific yep. So I'm gonna keep you. Okay, we actually. Oh goodness, we are. We can make a stun baton now with the mod, which that is awesome. So once we're done with this and we get back to base, we'll be able to pick a new weapon up. Okay, more potted plants. I like. All right, what's in this big one? Seem to be doing okay with the, again, with our lower leveled weapons. Again, we ourselves are buffed up pretty well, so. And we switch to this because things are getting crazy. Okay, hold up. Droney, why aren't you healing me? Now she heals me. Droney. I am a mess. Can you not see that? Guess I'll do it myself. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Okay, remember we have to use non-power attacks. I might have to switch to pistols here until I can actually... Oh, there's a purple. Very interesting. 250. I think we're still doing decent damage. Alright. Now, let's switch. We're still leveling up our class. It's fine. That's right, we're going to the pistol. Let's go into looting mode as opposed. Okay, I understand his and her things in a bathroom, but two toilets next to each other without a wall or anything, like, I don't know if I want to do that. All right, well, thanks, Roni. Okay, and I can't get up to there, so I think I have to go across the roof. So I think that's the planned path. So let's see what we got in here first. 32 seconds before I can power attack again with the baton. We'll hit you through the door. That's fine. I do kind of want to get this to like the tier 5. So maybe we'll play with this for a little bit. Please don't break my ankle. And you rebirth.
You look into. Let me help you.
Yep, thank you, Droney. You're dead.
My senses have picked up.
Copper. Nope. No copper, no spitting. Okay, so we have to come out here. Go up to here. Looks like we're not getting it over there, so we're back on this side again. So now it's kind of back and forth. And I think this was the point where if I wanted to, I could go down and get that duffel bag. So it looks like we have to go to the roof to get to there. Interesting. I have a feeling it's going to be something up here, like me almost walking off the ledge. A couple pigeons. I still have 30 plus, which means we have quite the welcome wagon waiting for us. Okay, where are you? You stupid drunk chicken. Alright, there's another pigeon. And another one. Now we have stuff dropping on us. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Okay. We're at the level 5 Python. Alright. Can I pick you guys up? No, I cannot. How many sneak attacks can I get? You're not waking everybody else up. I'm used to getting one sneak a shot on one zombie and everybody else waking up. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Oh, wow. There's a lot waiting for us downstairs. Can I pick these up? I can. Alright, down we go into here, and I'm assuming this is going to be a lot. Alright. I'm going to play with what I'm going to play with the Techno Geek stuff as long as I can. I forgot to bring a charge, so that would probably be really helpful here. Alright, we're bringing our friends. Droney, where are you? I need a heal. I mean, I'm getting you guys one at a time. I don't know if I should be able to get my mercenaries. I don't think it's been less than 20 minutes. It might be. That could definitely be the reason why. Oh boy. Yeah, we got more stuff coming. I probably should get what was behind me first. I don't want to get pincered.
Master, we are not alone.
I'm afraid if I went into that treasure area, that's what would happen. It would also activate all the stuff behind me that I haven't cleared yet. Yeah, let's go back here and let's clear all this out. I don't like going ahead of myself. Okay, copper. No spitting. Okay, yep. I took out the thing about getting stunned because I wanted to make room, and I can definitely kind of start to see the difference with it not in here. All right. Okay. Where am I? How did I get in here? Why am I stuck in a wall? You guys stuck me in a wall. Wonder if that had anything to do with it. All right. Can I get out now? I can. All right. Here we go. We're back. That was just really weird. Okay, yep, back to the baton. Oh, we're already up to a tier 2. So we've actually done pretty well on this. So it is the final treasure area. It just makes me feel like I'm missing something. Okay, and this is where it's taking me. So let's back up to give me some room to fight. So far, I'm only getting one at a time, which is nice. Let's me focus fire. Yeah. Now we got a green monster. Okay, there we go. That's more what I was expecting. Much as I would like to keep working with my pistol, I don't know if I'm going to be able to with the amount of zombies that are about to start coming at me unless I put them to sleep and get a chance to headshot them all. I will take it. I mean, technically, although it seems like this lasts longer than the Storm Rager did. Okay, we lost a dog. That's expected to happen. Can I summon my guys now? I don't think so. I think it's still too soon since the last time. But luckily, my stuns are really coming together for me here. Okay. Again, we can make it tier 5. I'm not trying to break any of my loot. So we can go up higher. Things are dropping on us now. This is a heck of a tier 5. I will give it that. And there were some times where I should have really been in more danger than I was. I just... At this point, with our skills and stuff, we seem to be a little bit of behemoth. I know I say it all the time, but I do need to get a different armor. I almost wish, though, there was a way to pick and choose between the pieces. like in regular vanilla. You know, to get a piece that gives me a little. You know, take out the preacher's gloves if that's the reason why we're not doing it, because you know it's so overpowered. I understand that, but I still it'd be cool if we could use some of the other things. Okay. I am gonna have plenty of furniture, I'm hoping, after this to fix up that house. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, because that's gonna be a chore in itself. I'm telling you right now, it's really gonna be a lot of work to get that thing, because of how big I decided to make it. Alright, I still don't see... I do. They're all over here. Okay, here we go. I think these are the last of the zombies, so I'll keep them lined up. Yep, we got a stun going. Put them to sleep. I love that we can put them to sleep. We can electrocute them, all the different things, and I love that we have a huge chance of applying blind on even our ranged hits. This isn't another wandering horde, is it? I'm not seeing any body bags, and luckily they're all falling asleep. If I get one that has a bigger... Here's the thing. If I can get a... Yeah, this is a wandering horde. Again. Because the tier 5, I think, is probably going to give me... And we just finish it. A tier 5 is probably going to give me some more mod slots. I am going to take the mod out of the assault rifle that allows for quicker reloading. Because I think that'll do me really well. So let's see what we get. Again, this is a tier 5, so I'm hoping for some, you know, tier 5 worth loot. Probably going to get lots of weapon parts from some of these things. Okay, tier 4 running shoes, tier 5 nail gun. Nope, so far nothing spectacular. Attack speed tier 5. That's amazing. Blade trap bundle. Okay. 2 tier expertise. Tier 3 genetics. Alright, there's where our... Actually, can I dump anything off before we go? Let's get closer to the helicopter. Can I dump it off now? I can. Alright. I'm curious to see what type of creature is going to be guarding this airdrop. Okay, and it's in a tier 5. Oh my goodness. This is going to be interesting. We're probably going to end up waking a bunch of stuff up. Can I make it up there quick? Luckily, compared to other times when this happened, I have better oh shit weapons to use. Okay. Let's see. Let's get you ready. Get you ready. Okay, we got ourselves one pigeon. And I don't know how much of this is going to be POI stuff that's getting kind of activated. Oh my goodness, it just tears the house apart, doesn't it? Okay. Got everybody. Alright. Let's see what we got. Nope, still 20 seconds to open. All in all, very productive episode. I'm excited that we get to make the stun baton and the stun mod we got here. Dismember tier 5. We're getting some decent stuff. Wow. Chainsaw. Melee bundles. Tier 1 web. Tier 1. Tomorrow's episode is 100% going to start with a trader run. I have insane amounts of things that I need to sell. It's taking up a ton of space. Plus, then we can buy our thing. And then we get to see our new trader. So I have a whole lot of reasons why I want to do this trade run. Okay, was there anybody in here that I can activate and kill real fast? Call it another POI done? Yep. I'll take it. Wow, okay. Alright, I'm gonna zip back home and I will see you guys in a few. Okay, so, it took me a little bit to get there. So, not get here. I got here pretty quick, but to get all my stuff. So, helicopter's there. It's a little bit on its front. The van is already full. Wow, that was a big, crazy jump. Is already full of stuff that I was going to sell. Now it's full of even more. On our next episode, we are going to jump straight in, and we are going on that sales run before we go back and then do some more work here. So finally got all the stuff taken care of out of my inventory. Oh my goodness, that was almost bad. Then it was bad. All right. Anyway, crazy giant build episode, crazy giant tier 5 horde, kind of like a mega episode. I think this is probably going to be a longer one, possibly closer to an hour. Hope you guys understand, and it's just at this point where I'm looking to kind of move and progress the series, and I really want to get out of the wilderness. I mean, the snow biome into our next one, and the only way I could really do that was to spend like 2 or 3 days, which is what we ended up doing, just getting the work done, getting it knocked out. Showing bits and pieces of it here and there, but to get us there. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If it's something you'd like to see every now and then, let me know. If it was just too much, let me know that as well. But if you did enjoy it, though, I would appreciate if you hit that like button. And if you have not already subscribed yet, I would love it if you could consider that as well. That would be a huge help. But with that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.